Hey everyone, this is Mark and welcome back to the Gun Guy channel. This is going to be a really short video, and all we're going to be doing in this video is addressing a safety bulletin from Ruger Firearms. This bulletin came out in March of 2024 and specifically applies to the Ruger SR22, which we reviewed. There's a whole review if you want to take a look at it. The specific recall applies only to guns that were made pretty early. So if your serial number on your gun is before 369-89043, including the SS models, you may be subject to the safety bulletin. The serial number on the specific guns can be found right here on the left side of the gun. So that's where you want to go to check. The problem seems to be that in certain guns that display certain characteristics, when the gun is decocked, right, the gun may discharge. So what we want to do is make sure that the gun that you may have or that your friends may have isn't subject to that safety bulletin. If it is, we'll put the link. You can go to the Ruger website. They have a form you can fill out, and they'll guide you on the process of fixing the gun and making sure that it's safe. So again, this is where we check the serial number. And if it is below 369-89043, including models with SS, it is subject to the safety bulletin. So honestly, if you look at this gun, our serial number does fall within that range. So this gun could very well be subject to the safety bulletin. And again, there are two conditions that they're looking at. What makes this dangerous is that when the gun is in a fire position and it's decocked, sometimes it will actually discharge and fire the bullet. That, by the way, would be called an accidental discharge as opposed to a negligent discharge. It would not matter to anyone who is downrange of the barrel. So that's why when you're doing this, you're always supposed to point the barrel in a safe direction. The other indicator that the gun may accidentally discharge when decocked has to do with trigger slack. So if the trigger on this gun intermittently displays slack trigger in a certain firing condition, you want to also go back to the Ruger site, register it, and follow their instructions. And again, we're going to put links to all the videos and all the safety information on the Ruger site. So please go there, look at that. They are the authority on this. I am not. I'm just trying to make you aware of a potential problem. So there are three conditions where the trigger is slack on this gun and it's acceptable. One is when the magazine is taken out, and the reason being that this has a magazine disconnect. So you can see the trigger moves all the way back, nothing happens, right? That's what a slack trigger looks like. That's normal. The other is when the slide is pulled back and the magazine is in, right? Still a slack trigger. This is also normal. So those first two conditions, you would expect a slack trigger. That doesn't mean that the gun is prone to malfunction. The last is when the manual safety is engaged, right? So when it's engaged, slack trigger as well, even with the magazine in it. All three of those are to be expected and do not necessarily mean that the gun is defective or subject to the safety bulletin. All right, and if you want to just get another idea of how it feels, really, just put the slide back, and you can take the magazine out if you want, and this is what a slack trigger is like. So the condition that we're concerned about is when you get that slack trigger and the gun is hot and it is cocked. So that's not a slack trigger, right? That's just the take up. The slack trigger would be going all the way back and all the way forward. And that would mean you need to go to the Ruger site immediately and follow their safety procedures for unloading the gun and safely putting it into storage until you can work with Ruger to get the gun fixed. So that is really what you want to look for in regard to this safety bulletin from Ruger, which came out in March of 2024. So please be very safe with this gun. It's a very popular gun. Please share this video. This is important information that anyone who has a Ruger SR22 should probably be made aware of. And to that end, please like this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment, because that helps us with the algorithms and helps get this specific video out to more people. Be safe out there, and thank you so very much.